What if I told you I can give you the power to display product reviews on your store without using a paid app? All it takes is some copy and pasting code and following along to create a product meta field that will store all of this data for you. I've been coding Shopify sections like this for years, and I show you how to avoid paying for features just like this. My name is Nick, and if you like these types of videos, then be sure to give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see build next in the comments, and without further ado, let's get started. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is go into my Shopify admin, and I want to make sure I have a duplicated theme here so I don't screw anything up. And first, I'm going to get started with the code. So we can come into our duplicated theme and come in here to edit code. And then I'm going to minimize these folders here, except for sections. And I'm going to add a new section and I'll call it product dash reviews dot liquid. Perfect. And I can remove everything in here. And then you can navigate now to my GitHub link in the description and copy this code over. Now, because this is a huge amount of code, I pasted it all in one shot, and I will just kind of give a quick walkthrough. So this is kind of helpful just to give you an idea of like the meta object and meta fields we're working with. I don't want to confuse you too much, but we will do that after this step. And then there's just a lot of liquid logic going on here. So I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but if you're trying to learn how to code using Liquid, this is worth reading and seeing what's happening. Basically, I'm grabbing the meta fields here. I'm doing a bunch of logic here so that I can get the data I need, like how many reviews there are, what percentage of them are 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, etc. The average rating. Then I have a bunch of styles here, and importantly, I have this big if. So this section's not going to show unless we actually have reviews on this product, because it would be pointless and take up a lot of space if it didn't, right? So after our styles, we come down and we have more HTML and liquid code. So just displaying this stuff now, right? The product title, the average rating, et cetera, et cetera. And then if we come all the way down to the bottom here, you'll see that we have this JavaScript, which is handling the see more and see less buttons so that we can show, we'll only show like 3, 5, or 10 by default. And then if you want to show more, you can click the button. And then we have this customization schema right here. So this is all the code that we need. So we can go ahead and click save, but we're not going to be able to see anything until we actually create this meta field and meta object. So I'm going to click customize, but before I add this section, I'm going to go in, and I've already added this, but I'm going to show you exactly how to add it. So to do this, first we're going to create a meta object. So we're going to go to settings, and then we are going to go down to meta fields and meta objects. Now, if we scroll down to the bottom, you want to make sure you're at the meta object definition, and you're going to go ahead and click add definition right here. I'm not going to create a new one because I've already created this, but I will show you exactly what to do. So if I come into the one that I have created, you'll see I have this, and it's called product reviews. And this is important. You want to make sure that this matches exactly. So type it exactly as I have it here. You can give it a description if you'd like. And then we're going to click here and add some fields. Okay, so this is the first one. It's going to be called customer name. And again, always make sure that these keys look exactly the same as you type them, as you see them here. So it's going to be single line text, customer name, one value, and then you can click save. And then we have the customer image. And then again, make sure that this matches right here. One file, and that's all it's going to be. And then we have date. Make sure this matches, one value, done. Then we have stars, which is going to be an integer, and it's the number of stars that the review is giving, one value. And then we have the actual review right here. So it should be like this. And it's a multi-line text. And this is going to be the actual, review that the user has left. Okay, so that's all you need to do. And then you can go ahead and click save, and you're good to go on part 1. But now we need to go in and create our meta field to reference this meta object. If that confuses you a little bit, don't worry, I don't blame you, but just follow along. So come back here to meta fields and meta objects. And so we should see our newly created one down here. But now we're going to come into the meta field definitions, go to products, and I think I called mine the stuff. That's a horrible name, so I apologize. Maybe create a new name, but you're going to come in here and click add definition like this. And again, I've already created this. So what you can do is give this a name, and I should have chose a better name. I'm sorry for this. It's called custom stuff If you just copy and paste my code exactly, it is going to have to match this. That was an oversight on my part. But if you want it to be named something else, that's fine. Just change this name, and then you're going to have to change one thing in the code, and I will show you where to do that in just a moment. So make sure that you do that. And then here is where you want to make sure that you add our meta object. Okay, so if I come back here to see what it looks like, you should be able to come here, give it a name, sure. And then right here, you're going to select type. And then there should be an option for meta object right here. And then here in the reference, you're going to click right here, and you're going to make sure you click product reviews like this. And then you can save this and you should be good. So if you did choose a better name than my stupid name right there, then all you have to do is to come back to our theme editor, edit the code in our file here, and right here where it says the stuff, so dumb, just change that to whatever name you gave it. So it should be whatever that key value was instead of this. I apologize for that. Okay, cool. So we should be able to use this now. However, we need to make sure that we actually add some reviews on some products so that we can actually see this, right? So I've gone ahead and in the liquid snowboard, I've come down here to the bottom, and this is how you're going to add your reviews, however you're getting them. Yes, it is a manual process, but again, it's free. So you're going to come down here to the meta fields, and whatever name you added, you can come in here and you'll see that I've added a bunch. To add, all you have to do is click add new entry, and then you just type in this info and you are golden. So now I can come in to my theme editor, and I'm going to go to the product page. I'm going to add a section, and it should be called product reviews right here. Cool. And then I'm going to do this. So I want the breakdown. It's going to show 3, and it's just going to be called reviews. I'm good with that. So I will save this, and now I'm going to preview. Okay, and you'll see this is a product that does not have any reviews, so that's fine. That's how we would want it to work. But now I'm going to go to the liquid page, liquid snowboard rather. And you'll see as I scroll down, boom, we have this awesome section here. So it has the product title, it has the average review, and then it has the number of reviews, average, breakdown, and then it does this nice little breakdown where it shows the name, date, they posted this, stars, and even like a little avatar image if they give you one. If not, that's okay, because you'll see that it will display their initials instead. So it does look pretty sharp. You also notice that as I clicked the load more reviews button, it adds more and more. And then if I click here, it will go back to the original 3. So this looks pretty good. I'm excited about this. Let's check it out on mobile. So I will shrink this down, and here it is on mobile. You can see the same thing, looks great, formats well, and everything looks great. So I'm pretty happy with this, and I hope that this has been helpful and saves you from having to install an app. I know it's a little bit manual, but I think it's worth it. If you have something in mind you'd like to see me build, then let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.